Hello and welcome to our LCI Podcast here at LifeChurch. Today we are joined again with Felecia Buck, the Life Kids Director here at LifeChurch, and we are excited to announce coming up VBS here at LifeChurch. And so I thought it'd be cool because it's so close and because everything is getting pretty exciting. We actually have people here right now decorating, getting ready for this amazing event to kind of talk about VBS and the specifics of it. Some people might not know what it is. But how about we just go right into it? I feel like we've had a podcast before with you, so people know who you are. But what is, for some people that don't know, what is VBS?
VBS stands for Vacation Bible School, and it's a week-long event, and it's high energy, exciting, lots of volunteers from the church. A lot of our volunteers are even parents. And of course, it takes place during the summertime when kids aren't in school. Mm-hmm. And it's not only a fun time of activities, games, songs, those kinds of things, but also a time for kiddos to learn who Jesus is and how they can receive his spirit.
That's awesome. And I think it's kind of cool because we have some of our kids right now at junior camp. And so they're experiencing learning about God and praying and everything else. And then to go right into VBS, I think it's kind of good timing.
I agree.
But Vacation Bible School, we've done it quite a few years here at LifeChurch. I've been involved in a few of them, and it's always exciting to see these children's coming under one roof, learning about God, like you said, experiencing God, and the life-changing power that comes from God in those events. So VBS, we've kind of explained what it is, but how exactly, I think it'd be nice to talk about how exactly VBS affects everyone involved. So how specifically, let's dive into the kids right now. Sure. How does VBS affect the kids? You've seen it from experience. I've seen it from experience, but let's just talk to our viewers and say this is what the kids are impacted in when it comes to VBS.
Right. And there's a lot of hard work and planning that goes into planning VBS, but I feel like even if just one kiddo can experience Jesus from VBS, then all the time and planning is worth it to me. So, of course, we do this for the children, not only so that they can have fun and do something over their summer, but also so that they can encounter Jesus early on. And I feel like a lot of people think that we can just wait to teach the kids. Oh, they're so young, we can wait to teach them. But I think for them to experience Jesus early on in like a fun and exciting way really can help impact their future. And so these activities like VBS and camp, I think are really important for these kiddos to help prepare them for their future and their walk with God.
Right. And I've grown up in church, so I remember the Children's Crusades. I actually probably have been in quite a few VBSs back in the day. I don't know. It's been a long time, but I can see the importance of how, I think anything we do here at LifeChurch for the children has a theme to it, and that is to envelop or develop a relationship with them and God. So, when it's Sunday school, when it's, all these different things, VBS, like you said, junior camp, we are trying to impact the lives of these children. My wife and I, with fostering, having the three we had before and the one we have now, I can see, the lives of these children from where they came from to be in the church, surrounded around children who believe in God and the experience they have. Just the other day and today we were driving here and she was listening to Bible songs and she's starting to sing them, and just learning about God at such a young age is so vital, because even for these foster kids, they move on, they'll have a little bit of that experience. Right. So it's so important for every stage of life, but especially for the children. But working up, how does it affect the parents, the family of these children with VBS? Now, I know VBS is geared towards children. Right. I think a lot of the adults that are volunteers get into it sometimes more than the children. Sure. But, I see some of the signs and everything else. But How does it affect the family? How does it affect the parents, VBS?
For those kiddos that are part of our church family, a lot of the whole family will participate, like even my family. We'll all be there. And so for us, it's exciting. We can sit down, talk about things we've learned so far, sing some of the songs together, even look forward to it together as a family. And it kind of unites us to be excited about it together. But for those kiddos that their families don't already come to our church, I feel like because they get so excited, they go home and now they're the ones to plant the seeds in their own families about how exciting it is to be here and to learn about God. And there's a saying like faith of a child. And I feel like that is like shining a light on their families to now want to come here and be a part of our church family.
Yeah, that's really good. Not only is it free babysitting, but it's free babysitting in a safe environment, but an environment that is beneficial to the children. And I think overall casting to the family.
Right.
We've started this Sunday morning class, and the curriculum that we're using here at LifeChurch is the same curriculum, be it a lot more doled down for the children, for the children classes, so they can come home and talk about what they learn and kind of experience it together. But then with VBS, I think it's so exciting, them coming home, talking to their parents, saying, this is what I learned about God, this is what I learned about Jesus, and just kind of the excitement that comes from it. I think it just brings kind of an experience to the home. And I think that's so powerful in so many ways. So we talked about the children, how VBS affects the children. We talked about how VBS affects the adults, the family. Now, how does VBS affect the church? I mean, we have a lot of volunteers that get involved every year with VBS. It's a big deal. Like VBS, there are churches, I don't say we do it, but there are churches that spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on VBS because they see the impact of what it does. But I have seen from personal experience, and you can talk it on in hand, how volunteers are affected and the church is affected by VBS. How about you just dive a little bit into that?
Sure. First, I wanted to say there's the obvious, of course, that it impacts the church because potentially there could be growth from new families coming, but also it does affect the church body, people volunteering. And one thing I'm excited about this year is that we get to incorporate VBS into our actual church services. So we're going to have a whole group Wednesday service all about VBS, and then we're going to do the same thing on a Sunday. So we get to unite together as a church to experience VBS together. And there's something about doing that with the kids, seeing that fire in the kids, and it becomes contagious, and it pours into the adults. So I'm excited that we all get to be together to experience that, sing the songs together, and I really hope that there's lives changed even in the grown-ups and volunteers that are helping.
All right, so we were talking about VBS coming up. It's so exciting, but every year we have a theme. We had more of an exploring theme before. We've had many themes. What is this? I see you all dressed up for it, but what is this year's theme? What can they expect with LifeChurch as the theme this year?
This year's theme is focus. So we're taking a closer look and really focusing on who Jesus is and what he wants for our lives. And it's like a neon glow, black light. So super exciting, high energy. The memory verse that we're focusing on is, let us keep looking to Jesus. He is the one who started this journey of faith, and he is the one who completes this journey of faith. So we're working with that verse every single day, and we're focusing on what we can see. So what we see around us that we know is evidence that God does exist.
Right. How
we can hear from God specifically, how we can talk to others about our beliefs and not be scared to do so, and how we can pray anytime, anywhere, no matter where we're at and who's around us. And then on the last day, we're kind of talking about two different things because we're going to be in a Sunday school setting and then in a whole group church setting. So we're going to be talking about how we can live for God by loving other people. And that's the only way we can truly love other people is if we first love God. And then the second part is about how God can live inside of us. So we're having that main big service about the Holy Spirit and how we can receive that. And so it's going to be really exciting to focus on Jesus.
I know, it's going to be exciting. Now, every year we have like events, fun things for the kids. Obviously, this is going to be a fun thing for the kids to look forward to and get excited about. So what can the children expect? What can they come to VBS to expect to experience and have fun in doing?
Well, of course, it's going to be super exciting.
Super exciting.
We have a really cool host this year.
Who? Yeah, I know.
Our host is you, so that's exciting.
I'm excited.
So we're going to start as a whole group in the church with our host, and we're going to do a game, music, and then Sister Miranda Sullivan, she's going to be our Bible story teacher, and then we're going to break into smaller groups. We're going to be doing crafts, games, and then a joint group of snacks and missions. And I'm really excited about the missions group this year because we're going to be talking about missionary children, the MK ministries, and we're going to be raising money for them. So each day we're going to ask kids to bring in change and be able to send it to them. And it's a really neat it's a really neat ministry because it's helping these kids really figure out who they are and identify who they are and how they can help their parents expand the kingdom of God. So it's a really neat ministry. So after they do the rotations, and we'll come back together as a group, kind of bring it back down and really have that altar service where kids can have that intimate connection with God and apply what they've learned that day. Good.
Now, we've talked about it's coming up, but when is VBS?
It is next week.
Next week.
Yeah. It's June 1st through the 5th. So that Wednesday, of course, we'll be all together. Then Thursday and Friday, we have an evening session from 6 to 8:30. And we'll have check-in so parents can drop their kids and go. And then Saturday morning is a morning session from 10 to 12:30. And same thing, parents can drop their kids and go. And then we'll be having pizza that day. And then Sunday, we'll do a Sunday school session. So same thing, you'll drop your kids and go to the adult class. And then Sunday morning, we'll be all together in the sanctuary at 11 a.m.
Cool. Yeah, and I know that there are quite a few people that have already signed up. They're ready to go. They're excited for it. But if there's someone listening online or watching online that want to get involved, get their children involved, how can they do that? How can they sign their kids up for this year's VBS?
You can go to our Facebook page, which is Life Kids, LifeChurch, Life Kids of LifeChurch, and then also you can visit our website and go under the children's ministry. There's a link right there that you can click to register.
Yeah, and the website is azlife.church. So I'll have it all on the screen. But yeah, it's exciting. I'm super excited for it. This is going to be a wonderful event. We get to have it in our own building.
Yay.
Yes, it's going to be in our brand new building. We've always had it in the Discipleship Center, now Student Center. But this year, Pastor said, okay. Hopefully we don't trash the place, but it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a fun time. We'll be careful. It's going to be a great time. So VBS coming up next week, next Wednesday. Get excited about it. I know it's going to be a great time. We're excited about it. And we hope that your kid is able to join us. I know your kid's coming, but we hope that your kid's able to join us. It's going to be a wonderful event. So VBS this coming Wednesday.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being on.
Thank you for having me.
LCI Podcast. Thank you so much. And God bless you.